Yes. No, I know this guy who's interviewing.
Yeah, because you're both right-wing idiots. That's why.
Oh, really?
Yeah, morons. Yeah, they're both right-wing.
Go home.
Answer his questions,
Go
though.
home, traitors. Go home.
Oh, yeah.
You're a traitor to America. Leave.
Just subscribe.
Huh?
Just ask him to subscribe to me.
Subscribe to him.
Yeah.
Subscribe to him. Yes.
Hey, what questions do you have?
Huh?
What questions
No,
do you have?
he asked
asks
women.
questions?
No, he asked women questions about our cultural system.
Well, I ask everybody.
Like what? Yeah.
I ask everybody. Well, actually, a really interesting question I'd like to know right now is, what do you think of the whole masculinity movement that's on the internet right now?
I think if you want me to go real fucking deep about it, back, when we started doing these cowboy westerns and fun stuff like that, there was an entire subgenre of stuff that basically warped the minds of most of the men in American society to think that, we have to be this tough braggadocio, I only have to do it by myself bullshit.
Yeah.
When millennia upon millennia upon millennia, we have worked as a cooperative society in order to thrive, right?
Yeah.
So all this I gotta do it by myself. I'm a big, strong man.
You gotta watch an episode I just did right now.
Okay.
So called.
We gotta watch it. Why do we gotta watch
why do we have to watch it?
Why do we have to watch your right-wing bullshit?
No, let him speak, boss.
No,
We're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna have a conversation.
No, I was saying.
It's nonpartisan.
I was saying about the dowry, right? There was a concept in history where basically, when marriages, got together and stuff.
You mean when they just sold their daughters off for political reasons, right?
It's kind of like one perspective on looking at this.
That's not really one perspective. That's kind of how it was. The whole I don't even meet my husband until
Okay, well
the day.
here's one of the questions I want to ask. Okay. So basically, right now there's this controversial question going around the internet where everyone's saying what is a woman, right? I'm asking.
Really?
What
I haven't noticed that.
I'm saying. Why is there so much confusion about what a woman is, but everyone can tell you what a real man
Well,
is?
see, that's the whole thing when you start bringing religion into a biological part of our lives.
Well, we live in a multicultural country of religious
Yeah, but
freedom. Why are
100%.
people pushing their religion is what I'm asking,
Why are people not pushing their religion?
Why are people pushing their religion in a country of religious freedom?
Well, what side are you on?
I'm not, here's the thing, I'm independent.
Oh,
I think,
right.
well, hold on.
Right-winger.
I have a lot of problems
Give
with
him
the
a fair
right
shake,
wing.
man.
I have a lot of problems with the right wing. I think that right wing
I
pushes a
don't
lot of religious
understand
stuff
exactly
like
where you're coming from.
Okay,
That's what
let
I'm
me
saying.
explain.
That's what I wanna know.
What I'm saying is, I think that right now we're being basically all being
Yes.
we're pushed against each other and like that.
992.
I have problems with the traditional conservatives.
992,
I
yes.
have problems. There's radical people on all different sides.
Do you have a problem with Donald Trump?
With Donald Trump, to be honest, I haven't looked in all the details of all that stuff, but I don't like the fact that most of my stuff right now is basically on the whole gender expectations, the whole idea of the idea that men have to conform to this masculine script, this masculine identity, and like that. Otherwise, you're not a real man. And I think that's all crap. I think that men and women both need to be liberated from their roles so we can be who we want to be in a truly free society and stuff.
Well,
Now, if Donald
I
Trump is working against that, then I'm not in support of that, obviously.
Well, then you just have to look at how he's looking with the DEI and the banning
Well,
trans
put it this way,
people
okay?
and fucking
My whole
the
thing is,
military and stuff like that.
DEI
First off,
affects
a lot of
women.
people-
Yes, it does.
It
a lot
helps
of people-
women.
A lot of
Exactly.
people, a lot of
And
people,
that goes
That's
through
why
fucking
DEI
white
is
women.
bad,
So.
because
a lot of people are using religion
Right.
to push a narrative to say this is how man is supposed to be, this is how women are supposed to be,
See,
and
that's-
not everybody follows the Bible. Hello.
It's not just
Here's my
religion.
take
Yes, you're
on it.
exactly right, but it's not just religion. This goes
Now,
back to color coding
there-
pink and blue boys and girls.
Transgender people are 1%, correct?
Yeah.
Taking this or not?
So this is what we're talking about.
I mean-
there's
Is this
a
between
deep,
you and I, or-
ingrained.
Well, you
issues
know I have
within
a
our
phone.
society.
Whatever.
You
I can edit it out.
Well, okay, what I'm saying, it's
That's a big part of it.
Transgender
Shit,
people are 1%.
Gender nonconformity
Yeah.
is fucking nonsense. It just
Why
is
is he
absolutely
taking
fucking nonsense. I mean, you got two
DEI
spirits
rights
in the Indian
of all
tribes.
Americans?
You have, I'm listening.
They're handicapped, people with
You know,
learning
you have Polynesian
disabilities.
cultures and stuff like
people,
that.
I mean, people who are physically
Hermaphroditic people are
have,
fucking
autism,
idolized
Okay.
because they are the
But-
embodiment
It's
of
not-
both
it's
sides.
Here's-
not
The
okay.
men's liberation movement, a social movement critical of the restraints on
Oh
men,
yeah, you can keep that shit
emerged
away
in the
from me.
1960s.
No, yeah,
Well,
we
no,
don't.
no, what I was saying, if you look here, this is men are more than success objects. That's what I believe. Right now, you get guys like Andrew Tate and you have all these influencers online saying, get your money up. Men have to go, men have to sculpt themselves to be a wallet and a bodyguard, and they have to be this high value, high status man, so we can basically be a utility to be exploited, to be used and stuff.
And the family courts. Family courts.
I'm against that.
No, see, that's only taking one side of the narrative, though, because then that leaves your women to take care of everything on the
I
household
disagree
side.
with
and
your
it's a
solution.
subjugation.
Your observations are correct, but solution is not.
I believe in actual
Because
equality.
no society could survive emancipation of its women, and we cannot make them liberate them. We already liberated them, and what happens? Everywhere women got liberated,
my point is, if you
it's
don't
worse, not
conform,
better.
if you don't conform to what they define as a real man, now you're a weak man, and it's like, that's a bunch of crap. That's a bunch of
But
nonsense.
liberating women works against, not for.
But let me ask you something.
I have no problem with women being liberated, but men should also be liberated. We should both
Yeah.
be liberated.
Women should
Well,
not be
though,
liberated.
that's part of this is this whole victim culture nonsense. That's all it is. Like everyone who is taking and being like this whole again selfish, naughty, haughty, fucking bullshit. Every time that they're told no or they're in the wrong, they cannot think about it critically and say, "What have I actually done wrong here?" Automatically, we go to a victim mentality. Automatically, we go to a victim mentality, and that is a massive fucking
Can I ask
problem.
you this though?
Yeah.
Do you believe that anyone, like people, can actually be real victims, or is everyone?
No,
just a
100%. You can absolutely be a real
Yeah,
victim,
okay.
but it's a
Yeah.
fucking boy who cried wolf.
Well, what's the difference between like a victim mindset and actual victims?
Well, let's take a look at some of these guys who've been coming around here who have just been like, rah, 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 with their MAGA hats and stuff like that,
always
thinking that
had
this
that.
is actually doing anything to hurt them personally.
As long
right?
as women have
You
their own
understand how I'm
money,
saying like that? Like, taking
the
things
West
that
is
have
doomed. They
nothing
cannot
to do
have
with
their
it,
own
like the
money.
trans bathroom.
Right.
There's no fucking reason for it because it does not affect
But
you personally in any
let's
way.
just cut to the chase,
What?
though.
It's horrible, but-
The bottom line is the stay between male and female relations. Birth rates are below replacement.
Don't start the birtherism bullshit, dude.
Okay.
No. We have 340 million people in this country.
Are we overpopulated or are we underpopulated?
We are overpopulated.
Nevada's 1% urbanized. We have a
Okay.
lot of desert.
Yeah. Where are you going to get the utilities from?
We have water.
Yeah,
Most of
from
the
Hoover
water.
Dam is going right here.
Yeah, most of the water goes to farming in California and
Yeah.
Arizona.
No.
It doesn't
no.
go to what
It's
you
not
see
that.
ahead
Let's
of
not
you.
talk about this Colorado Basin bullshit. That's not fucking true. Okay. No.
I mean, I'm just reading the data from the government.
You have sources? Can I see them, please?
I can show you.
Go for it. I'm happy to be here.
I have
Let's see
to.
it.
I have to end the recording and show you the
That's
data
fine,
on my
let's do it.
phone. But here's
You
the
have
thing.
editing
Do
possibilities,
you
right?
think you don't think there's an issue? You don't think there's an issue with millions of women not married or even
No.
partnered, and they're
No.
delaying marriage into their 30s?
No, absolutely not. A woman has her own
Okay.
fucking...
So what if a man wants a woman in her low 20s? Should that be taboo?
That's kind of fucking disgusting. So
No,
I don't-
it's not.
No, it is. If you're,
No.
if you're like 45 years old and you're going to someone in your mid-20s,
They like older
that is
men.
Disgusting.
Look at these.
No, see, this is the
Look at
victim
the
mentality that I'm talking about.
look at the casino
This is the
elites.
victim mentality that I'm
The
talking about.
guy who
No,
runs
no,
the guy who
no.
runs Treasure
No.
Island.
You're trying to make it okay for us to go after younger and younger women, and that's not going to fucking fly here. Period.
That's
No,
natural
you're
attraction.
No, that is disgusting pedophilic behavior.
Low 20s?
Yeah.
My
I
dad
give a
was
shit.
34 and my mom
Okay,
was
cool.
20.
I'm 35. If I see someone who's 28, I'm like, that's way too fucking young for me. How too young is for you?
I think
How
it's
young is
20
she?
and up. 20 and up.
So just like right on that line, right? Yeah, you just want to.
So
be
what
right
his
on that
channel
line.
is
What happens if
talking
you don't
about-
see an ID and you just happen
What
to
ha-
fucking
what
find someone.
no what his
No,
channel
no,
is
no.
talking about is women are not dating responsibly.
But
They're
no,
going
the
for
men are not
guys.
dating fucking responsibly.
The women they're going after.
No. See, you're doing this whole victim mentality bullshit, placing it on the women, and that's not gonna fucking fly.
They're the
It is
gatekeepers
also
today.
the men's fucking prerogative to ensure.
I did not
that they
say
are not-
that.
No, exactly. That's the entire point. You aren't saying.
Now, I'm not saying 100% woman's fault.
That you just literally just said women are dating irresponsibly. Put it on the men.
They have
Put
1%
it
of the
on the
problem
men right now.
They have 1% of the
Put
problem.
it on the man right now.
Okay, I'll give them some responsibility, but they're not 100% of the problem.
No,
Men.
they're about 80.
It's the fact that you have the mass media with the Kardashians and
Oh,
all
shut the
these television
fuck up.
shows, those
Let's
music.
talk about Rush Limbaugh for a second, motherfucker.
Why
You
was
wanna
he
talk-
wrong? Cardi B, Sex and the City, all those television shows. It's
What the
double
fuck are you
standard.
talking about? Let's talk
It's
about-
a double
Let's talk
standard.
about Spike TV. Let's talk about the Man Show. Come on. You are being
There's
so
more-
one
there's
fucking
more
sided. You are a
women's
tiny,
television channels.
Tiny little fucking
There's
man.
more women's
No,
television
no,
channels.
that is so fucking bullshit. Are you kidding me? Spike TV, fucking FX, goddamn fucking all the Cinemaxes, all that shit like that. What? Because they have Lifetime? It's a problem?
Why are
Come on.
wealthy elite men funding pro-women's efforts? Why are they doing that?
Say one more time.
Elite wealthy men are behind the pro-women's efforts.
Show me some fucking sources.
There's a lot of big
Show
money
me
in
some
the
fucking sources.
NGO organization.
Show me some fucking sources.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
You had no problem earlier. Do it.
Corporations are supporting DEI.
Yeah, they're supposed to, because it's supposed to be about equity within the fucking workplace. That is not wealthy elites. That is corporations taking care of their fucking people. What is wrong with you, dude? Silent. Silent.
No, it's just.
Yeah, because you're deluded. You need to wake up and see what the real fucking world's like, dude. This is insanity. Are you kidding me?
Who funds all those organizations in Congress that are pro-women?
I don't know. Elon Musk is probably doing a pretty fucking good job about it right now.
Well, but I mean, all the marches in the 1960s.
All that shit that y'all got mad about Soros about Musk is doing right fucking now.
Yeah, okay.
And you guys
Who
are fucking
funded
cheering
those
us the fuck
marches
on.
in the 1960s?
I don't fucking know. There were a lot of them, dude. There's a lot of grassroots.
You
fucking
think they were in the
efforts.
best
Are you trying to
interest
fucking- Are you trying to pin this on Black Panthers? Is that what you're trying to do?
No.
Then what are you trying to pin it on?
The pro-female, the Gloria Steinems, who funded them?
I
Who were
don't
behind
fucking
them?
know, dude. I don't know. Do you know?
There is, look,
Do you know? Why are you asking me if you don't know?
look, do a poll and they will tell you. Most people will agree.
Really?
The
Because
state
right now,
of-
the things right now, Trump's about like 38% on his approval ratings. So if we want to talk about polls,
but that's
the
nothing
shit
to
you're
do with
standing for
Trump.
is not
Listen,
fucking- no, it's
this
the
is
entire
not
ideology.
politics.
This is the entire
This is not
ideology.
about politics
No,
or
it's the
equal rights.
ideology behind
This is
it.
a cultural trend.
No,
We're talking about culture. The mentality by the mass media has
You remember how I was
poisoned.
talking about them westerns earlier? That's exactly right. It is the culture. Fucking little tiny men like you.
My
think we're
parents
big
are
old
from
strong
Iran
boys.
and they have a
Okay,
birth rate
cool.
of 1.6.
Why are you guys so
Women
hard
have
on
fewer
fucking
rights
birth
in
rate?
Iran.
Do you just want to impregnate women? Is that all you want?
They naturally
Is
want to
that
have
what-
kids.
No, you are fucking.
They
gross.
naturally want to have
You are a
kids.
disgusting fucking person.
When they have kids, they have emotional support. They love to
What is
reproduce.
fucking wrong with you? Psychopath? Women want to get pregnant. Oh, it's
He's
my
yelling
job to
at
do
me.
it. Yeah,
He's-
because you're
he's
fucking
yelling at
deluded,
me.
man.
Tell him. Tell him.
Live my fucking life. Are you kidding me? Really?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, tell me about it. He was yelling at
Do
me.
you want to get pregnant right now? Do you feel like getting pregnant right now?
I'm not living.
I didn't ask that. I asked if you wanted to get pregnant right now. You see how she ran off? That's exactly how they act.
Because
No, you fucking
that's
throw that
female
motherfucker.
nature. That's
Shut the
female
fuck
nature.
up.
Let me ask.
Do you
I'll
think about
ask the
alpha wolf packs all
question.
the time too?
Let me ask a simple question.
What?
We want to ask a young female, do they ever want to have kids and have a family? Let's ask random women.
No.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay, let's do that right now. Any unmarried women right now? Any unmarried young women? Okay.
Hey guys, just keep it in. I know it's okay.
I'm sorry, brother.
Okay, but he started yelling at
One
me.
second.
It doesn't matter who started. It don't matter who started.
get women pregnant. That's
It
all.
doesn't
Yeah,
matter
but
who
like,
started.
I want to have a family and I want to have kids. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
We allowed you guys to do it for a while.
No, I
but now you're
appreciate
causing a scene.
Why are most police officers men? Why is that?
Maybe
Why?
because it's discrimination with the system.
Oh, police! Because they're stronger. Look at them. We need men. We need men to protect us. Listen, it's men who built those hotels. The men who did the construction.
Fucking piece
The
of
men who are in the
Who was it that
investors.
fucking took care of us while we were out with World War II? Who was it they
Men
kept?
did the harder
Are
work.
you fucking...
Hey, what's going on? What's the record of the Culinary Union
The record of what?
in terms of candidates, who they supported?
Unfortunately, it was kind of mixed.
I mean, it was,
We supported, I supported Kamala,
okay.
and
But do you think that a lot of people didn't show up for her compared to Biden?
yeah, and I think there's Trump is such a fucking liar.
he misled these people, promised them. He's breaking all these promises.
Okay.
He's a terrible business person. I mean, I know I'm in the construction business, and he's bankrupt family companies.
Cool.
He doesn't pay his bills.
So, is the solution automatically to vote blue next year, no matter who? Because, I mean, with Sisolak and Reed, Culinary supported, and a lot of people didn't like them.
No, I think hopefully this will be a shock the way it's going right now. It'll be enough to kind of, so these parties start talking. I mean, even Reagan looks good.
Do you think Culinary and these casino elites have too much power in Nevada? Do you think they have a dictating force of what's going on in the state?
If we had a dictating force, it wouldn't end up like it did.
No, but Nevada-wise.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think that
No.
Okay.
No, we represent the workers. We wouldn't have a middle class in Vegas if it wasn't for the College Board. And that needs to be replicated across the country.
Yeah.
The unions are really the hope to try to get that gap.
Well, they've helped a lot.
Rich and poor.
They have helped a lot. Yeah.
I mean,
But the problem is, in my opinion, number one problem with our politics is, especially in Nevada, is the big money donors have too much power.
well, I don't doubt that. I gotta go. Yours isn't on the air or anything, right?
I'm just reporting.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
You bet.
Sure, great pleasure. All right, I appreciate it. Are we just going to vote Democrat? Ha-ha! What's the solution? Have a better candidate next time. Kamala got fewer votes than Biden.
It was rigged.
Really? Okay. But I guess 2020 wasn't. Look at this. You got.
It was rigged by Starlink.
Okay. But not 2020. 2020 was fair. 2020 was fair, but what about 16?
16?
Yeah, was it fair?
No.
Okay. What about 2000? Did Bush win?
No.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Thank you for making me famous. Thank you for making me famous.
Sure. Cyrus992. That's my channel.
All right. I'm making some potatoes.
You're getting me hungry. No. Listen, his situation is not political.
No. It wasn't about politics, right?
No, his solution wasn't political. I changed the subject. You left. Fine employers. Fine employers. Secure the border. Border crossings are down 95%. Thank the president. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Who are your candidates for 2026 and 28? You're brown? I'm brown too. I'm Iranian descent.
Bro, we know you have autism. Get out of here. And you're cruel.
I'm gross, really?
You're acting gross.
Okay, that's good. Good to know. Oh, yeah. Haha. I'm here to speak my mind. Thank you.
I'm curious what you're saying.
Huh?
I want to know what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you have to know who's coming in the country. I mean, you can't just let everybody in.
Where are you from?
It's irrelevant.
Where are you from?
It's irrelevant.
Are you from?
My parents came in.
Are you native to this land?
My parents came in legally.
No.
Okay.
Where are your parents from?
Okay. You know what? Let's do this. let's deport every non-native out of the U.S. and the Americas, but let's deport every non-European out of Europe.
There shouldn't be borders anyways, man.
Huh?
There shouldn't be borders. This is
Okay.
for human beings.
All right.
You don't need to put them in a fucking prison.
Our
You don't need to
economic
raise their
system.
houses and
The problem is our economic
terrorize people,
system.
man.
Change our economic system then. Ay, ay, ay. Why is everyone who is black and brown trying to get into white countries? Why is that? Why so many migrants are trying to get into Europe? It is, you're on.
To yourself, because you're brown. You are brown and you're here in America.
Okay, but what makes the United States the better country? Look at this. Look everywhere around you. Caesar's Palace, Bellagio. Look at this. Venetian, Excalibur. All these Las Vegas casino hotels. It's all white culture. White culture. European culture. See? Europeans, look, all European themed casinos. Western civilization.
You're Iranian.
If white people did not come here, my parents would have not immigrated here.
You're a paid protester. Go home. Go home, paid protester.
Okay, good to know. Good to know.
You're a paid protester. Leave.
Look at that. Culinary union. Huh?
You have a problem with unions?
Yeah.
No,
Don't mind.
no.
He generally has autism, from what
No.
I've heard. Leave him
But
alone.
culinary's track record on their politicians is bad.
So, okay, so name a union that you actually like.
Sure. Oh, you're from California, so am I.
I appreciate what you're saying.
Yeah.
We need to have a debate. We need to have a dialogue.
Sure, I'm willing to do that.
As your host.
I'm willing to do that. Go ahead. I'll
As your
turn it
host,
off.
As your Native American
I'll turn it off.
host.
I'll turn it
I'm
off.
looking for mutual respect.
I'll turn it off. Go ahead.
No, we'll save it for the future. We'll save it for the future. Right now's not a good place. It's not a good time. It's too noisy.
No problem. No
We
problem.
can't have dialogue.
No, we don't trust the culinary
Okay,
union.
so name a union that you're actually with, that you actually.
I haven't been in a union. I don't know on the top of my
What
head.
you're saying is, okay, so you don't know about a union, right? Okay, so in that case, what do you feel? How do you feel about how do you feel about unions in general? And like.
Mixed. They were great 8 decades ago.
So, do you know why that is?
Don't talk to him. He's on drugs.
Do you know why that is? Why they were good 8 years?
Yeah, they did help raise wages
But
in the
why?
30s.
But, okay, but why? How? Why
They
why
collectively
are they
organized. Let's go this way. I don't want to have a civil conversation.
Don't follow him to a second location. Don't follow him
No,
to a second location.
Just 100 feet.
We can't. I have to stay together.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
there's power.
You want to give me your card?
I don't have a card.
Okay. Listen, the culinary union, their voting record, who they supported, was horrible.
So
They
let's-
exist to
hold on.
pump
Wait,
corrupt
wait.
politicians.
Let's go back.
Mhm.
Talk about unions in general. Why is it that you say that they were good before and now they're not good?
Yes.
What happened? What happened? What do you?
They got hijacked.
They got hijacked?
Yeah,
No,
by
the
corporate
government-
elites.
No.
MGM and Caesars, they control them very likely.
No, wait, first of all.
Do they?
MGM and Caesars were not around back in those days. So
No, they support the same politicians.
There's no continuity there. So the reason why
They
are no
don't?
longer, hold on, listen.
Okay.
The reason why they are no longer powerful and why you think they're quote unquote
In the 50s?
It was actually
The Taft-Hawley Act. Yeah, I'm against it. Yeah, I'm against the Taft-Hawley Act.
Yeah,
it was
but
anti-union.
that's exactly
I
what-
agree. Yeah.
That's exactly what the unions
I
are.
agree.
They're powerful, and that's exactly why they're not as good anymore.
I agree, but look,
Which is
culinary union, 90-something
I
percent.
don't care about the corruption within one specific union. The act of unions is good because
I agree, but I don't trust the culinary
it
union.
doesn't matter. Because ultimately, as long as you realize that unions as a whole are good, whether there is one bad outlier there or not is irrelevant.
I support.
Unions are a good institution.
Do you support capping CEO pay? Like we have a minimum wage.
Do I support it? Listen.
Like these casino executives make several hundred times more than the average.
We should get rid of them. We should get rid of those golden parachutes.
But we should regulate the top pay. We don't do that in this country.
I actually agree with you.
You know, I testified to raise the minimum wage in the Nevada legislature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And yet these people are putting the megaphone at me. All right. Yeah. Here's a protest. How's it going?
You're bored again? Why don't you find a hobby?
I was at a legislative testimony.
You need to find a hobby.
I came late. I was at the state building.
That's okay.
What a calm. Alrighty. So we're kind of late to the protest, but you could see here there was some culinary members that were here earlier, so you could see everything that's going on. I had to go to a legislative testimony meeting. Oh yeah. All right, I think that's about it. So let's just walk back. All righty. Look at all this. Isn't this nice? Yes on 3.